Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
back to our English podcast. Today, I have a guest, special guest. Yeah, Adlet. How are
Yeah,
you?
uh, I'm fine, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here in such a beautiful atmosphere and such a perfect setting.
Oh, thank you so much.
So,
Thank you just coming here and trying to support my project. Yeah, and
yeah,
share your story too. Thank you so
well,
much.
thank you
Yeah,
too.
let's go. Yeah, tell about yourself a little bit. Give some introduction about yourself.
hmm Well, first of all, my hometown is Pavlodar City. Uh, I uh, I was born there. I was raised there, and
Mm,
I studied there, and then and all of a sudden, after I finished my high school in my city, I decided to move to China.
mm, mm,
I just
mm, mm.
uh, we learned then after moving to China, I studied a lot of Chinese. We studied Chinese language. We studied Chinese culture, everything which is connected or interconnected with the China. We all the things that happened, all the things that learned was all about China
Wow, nice.
and its additions.
Yeah.
So after all, unfortunately, we were one of those links. We were one of those people who suddenly got caught by a corona,
Mm.
and and the next 2 years, half of my bachelor degree, we had we used to study. We had study everything do online
Mm.
in our houses, in our
You
flats.
catch that period, yeah.
Yeah, we catch that period, and that was it was very interesting because from one point it's very convenient that you don't need to go somewhere, you don't need to move anything.
Yeah.
Not any single limb you need to move, and you just you just turn on your computer, turn Zoom on, and you're here, you're studying, you're you're mastering your Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just evolving,
Really? Yeah.
just evolving that part.
uh, yeah, you said that you were there 4 years, yeah?
Yeah, we studied there for four
Yeah.
years.
What about the major? Yeah. What kind of the
Uh,
profession did
it
you choose?
was it was philology,
Mm.
the science about languages. In our position, it was a science about it sounds. It was introduction to a Chinese
Mm-hmm.
uh, to a to Chinese part. In some other parts, for example, in Czech Republic or Germany, it could be Czech and German, uh, German plates instead of a
Mm.
Chinese plate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why.
What about the English? And you know English so well, yeah. And I know that a lot of my acquaintance studied there, but they didn't speak English. They knew only Chinese. And what about you?
Well, that happened. The period when I started learning English starts from a very for a very long time.
Hmm.
Since I was a kid, it probably starts when I first came to school in
Hmm.
my second or third class. All of that was because of the video games and the music I used to listen when I was a kid,
Mm.
and this uh, I had this desire to understand what they are talking about, and
Right.
that was very frustrating for me when I
Hmm.
was a kid. When I was a kid and I didn't know the language, that was very frustrating for me, and I decided, no, I need to learn that language. Well, first of all, it's very popular. Second of all, it sounds cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not as cool as Spanish, but pretty cool.
Really? And why did you decide to study in China? In China, if you knew English well.
Well, first of all, it's a big challenge because a lot of people think that Chinese is one of the hardest languages
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
world,
I think so.
but but in my opinion, the hardest of them all is Russian.
Russian.
Yeah, Russian is very. For I had a lot of friends, foreign friends,
Ah.
mostly from Africa, mostly from China. That doesn't they don't speak Russian pretty well. They don't understand it at all, and they say it's probably this is in compare with China in
Mhm.
compare with Chinese. Russian is way more difficult because it had
Mm.
a lot of obstacles. It had a lot of um, unusual things for other languages. In other languages, grammar they add not as much stuff they need to learn. For example, you need to learn you if you want to learn Chinese, you need to learn how to write characters.
Yeah.
Or if you want to know English, you need to know what time you need to use
In
when.
grammar.
Yeah, in grammar. That's all. Probably just because of the words. You need to know just simple words and simple grammar, and then you can possibly you can do whatever you want
Yeah, nice, nice.
and speak whatever you want to.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. And you kind of came back to Kazakhstan
I came
in.
back in 2024 in 2021.
Mhm.
Uh, I had plans to stay in China, but the guys who worked on visa said, sorry, boy." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
I already bought the tickets, so for me it's okay."
don't worry. You can just yeah retake it next time if you want. You have only the bachelor, yeah?
I had masters.
Masters.
Yeah,
Oh,
I already finished masters in 2023.
where in Kazakhstan?
No, not in 2023. 2024. I
Uh-huh.
finished my masters here in Kazakhstan. It was I was forced to because of the military. So that's why.
Yeah, yeah. Someday the government force you, yeah, to serve.
Sometimes yes. Sometimes we have to do the things we don't want to do, and this is
Okay.
probably the most annoying part in our lives.
And right now, yeah, tell about your occupations. Yeah, what do you do right now and in Kazakhstan?
For now, I'm working in education sphere, education abroad specifically.
Mm.
Uh, for me, I when when I was studying outside of our country, when I was studying abroad, that was that was very beautiful and very memorable experience. So I decided I need to help the other kids to understand why learning outside of our outside of our country is way better than
Mm-hmm.
inside.
Okay.
Because well, first of all, it's a memory, it's an experience, it's a way to talk with other people. You became more adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
You're becoming more flexible in the way how to tolerate, in the way how to understand people.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that's is probably the best part.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So you are willing to give some consultation? Yeah. Can I say like this? To give some information, yeah, to the students who wants to,
Yeah,
yeah.
if they want to, if they had a real desire, if they're in despair
Mm-hmm.
to studying abroad, of course we
And
can
they,
manage it.
for example, they don't know, yeah, how to be enrolled abroad, for example, yeah,
Yeah,
and you can just indicate the great way, the best way how to be enrolled
we can make
university.
it. We can soften this way for them
Mm-hmm.
to make it more safe,
Mm-hmm.
more smooth, and not as hard as they think it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For example, yeah, uh, can you give me some information about the you know how I can enter the university to USA? I want to get master's degree, for example,
Mhm.
and I want to get some kind of the data, yeah, about it,
Mhm.
uh, and I should know, yeah, how many percentage, yeah, I have to be successfully enrolled, for example.
Mm. So you need like full info or just a starter?
Yeah,
Full info. Yeah.
okay, okay, yeah,
Okay. The first of all, we need to know what GPA you have.
okay,
GPA is your score.
yeah.
In master's way, you need to have at least like 3 out of 4
Mhm.
or
3
3.5
point, for
out of
example, I
4.
have a 3.18. It's
3.8 out of 4.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's good.
So yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
perfect. It's good. Um, it's good. The second of all, you need to apply your IELTS if you have it. If
Yeah,
you don't have it, we can
I
manage it.
have, and how much I should have.
Well, for master's degree, it probably would be like 6.5 or 7.0.
Yeah, okay.
For masters, it would be the most useful and the most, I guess, winnable for them.
Hmm. And how do you think? Can I get some scholarship from them?
Well, it all depends. It all
Uh-huh.
depends on how your portfolio
Yeah, okay.
is, how your portfolio packed. If you had a lot of activities, if you had a good
Or
resume,
volunteer works. Yeah.
volunteer works, of course. If you have good and solid recommendation
Mm-hmm.
letter and motivation letter, then
It is
it.
possible when, for example, I have a different background, and I will choose some other fields. Like, for example, if I studied like a lawyer, yeah,
Mhm.
but I want to be enrolled in acting. Two, yeah, different field. Yeah,
Your bachelor is a lawyer,
yeah,
and now you want a master's of acting.
yeah.
Is
It's a one point
It's
one.
1.0000001%.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
possible.
It's impossible. You want to say that?
Yeah, you need to restudy.
Really, in bachelor
Yeah.
again? Yeah, it's so hard. Okay, but it's possible. Okay, okay. Um, next question I have in my list. Yeah, list of my question. Yeah. Okay. Can you um, can you say me about the big advantages or disadvantages living in China?
Well, first of all, it's a completely different atmosphere if in compare with our countries. For
Hmm.
example, if you ever visited or lived in Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, or any other stan, or and you move to China, you understand how incomparable it is. It's
Uh-huh.
like a huge. There is a huge black hole between them. Like,
Really?
yeah, the culture is completely out of a compare. You cannot compare it. It's it's very specific. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
specific. It's very specific. The experience you gain at the moment while you study, it's very helpful. First of all, you will definitely, even if you don't want to, you will learn how to talk with other with the other how to say it, with the other foreigners.
Hmm.
For example, you will understand how, in my experience, I understand how I can talk with the African guys, uh, or with Polish or Canadians or
Hmm.
Americans. There are a lot of them. There is a lot of those people who
Hmm.
inherited something, and who inherited something from their country, and they leave something in China, and you inherited this experience, and you also leave something, while in that leave something, that something can inherit the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
You like in exchange. It's infinity. It's infinite process of exchanging something.
Mm.
Most of the times is experience, and most of the times is a culture,
Mm-hmm.
experience, language. You gain
Cuisine.
something in
Mm-hmm.
cuisine, yeah.
I was there several times.
So I was
Well, but for me, yeah, when I was there, I couldn't eat. Yeah, as you
yeah,
said,
yeah,
it's
specific.
specific
It's
country, a specific food there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and I all the time felt some smell there,
yeah.
and it
It's
was a little bit weird for me. Of course, I didn't live there, or I didn't. I'm not used to eat that food. Yeah, that is why maybe. But in the hotel, I felt all the time one weird smell, and that is why I have a wrong association, yeah, about the China maybe.
yeah. It happens. It's you just it happens with everybody because well, first of all, you're not adapt. You're not. You were you weren't ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody,
Yeah,
nobody is ready for that part. And but if you live long enough up there,
yeah,
you can adapt it.
yeah.
And there is actually one life hack that I learned while I was living in China. If the food looks ugly, it's fucking delicious.
Really?
Yeah, it's most of the times it's the most delicious thing you ever tasted.
Uh,
Even if if it looks ugly, it's delicious. It's the most delicious part.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Peking duck? Peking duck. It's like
Ah, yeah.
yeah. It's
It's
their
hyped. It's
like a
very
traditional.
hyped. It's hyped, but in the Beijing itself,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as tasty as in the other cities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
That's
it's just a
ah.
stereotype that comes all over.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
Nice.
yeah, when you go to Beijing and you decided to buy a Beijing duck,
Mm-hmm.
it would be like an ordinary duck that every single foreigner used to cook. But if
Mm-hmm.
you go somewhere else and
Mm-hmm.
decided to order a Beijing duck, it would be a duck you never forget.
Mm. Mhm. Okay, okay. And what about for example, yeah, you lived there 4 years, yeah,
Mhm.
and had a great experience contacting to other foreigners, for example, and you came back to Kazakhstan and you know English, you know Chinese, and it is useful nowadays, yeah, to know the English and working in the, for example, in the educational center, and
Mhm.
how do you think, yeah, for example, it's times pass quickly that you can maybe forget, yeah, Chinese,
Ah, yeah,
yeah,
you need to
practice all the
practice.
time. But you are in Astana and you work in that place where works local people only, and that is why how do you handle with it?
I read.
Read in Chinese.
Yeah, I pick up I picked up my books.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I picked up my books,
mm-hmm.
and from time to time I used to practice. I remember every single text about, but it's still refreshing and it's still useful.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Although I already know all the sense,
Oh,
it's still useful because you inherit the ability, you upgrade your memory,
mm-hmm,
especially when it comes to characters.
mm-hmm.
And
Do you have friends still? Yeah,
in China,
yeah, from China. I mean, this
uh,
your group mate, for example.
if the foreigners, yeah, yeah, we still have each other's Instagram. We still connect, chatting. We still have something.
In
Uh,
Chinese,
no, mostly in
in
English
English.
because if I say something in Chinese, he would say, the other guy would say, "Bro, I don't remember it." I was like, "Okay,
Really?
well, that happens. That happens most of the time. Most of
Yeah.
the time, that happens. Yeah, there is an exclusion that sometimes the people still remembering the part, and that was really helpful. Um, although it's not a lot of those exclusions.
Mm, how do you think? Did you have some ideas to teach others Chinese?
In which way?
For example,
What is the purpose of learning Chinese? What is your main purpose? We need to know.
not mine, but I think that nowadays it's a very one of the popular language, yeah, around the world. And
Mhm.
I think if you know the Chinese, yeah, nowadays you can easily to find a job, yeah,
Yeah.
some kind of the position with the good or high paying position. I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that is why maybe someone who works in the Chinese companies, being in Kazakhstan, maybe they want to improve their Chinese, and I think you can teach them or to, earn them some money. Yeah.
Well, first of all, you need to know.
Why do
First of all, you need to decide which part you need to strike the most.
Mhm.
If you're talking about characters, you need to read more. You need to write more. If we're talking about speaking level, you need to listen more. You need to talk more. You can do it both. You can do it both, but you need to decide which one is most prioritized. If you want to be as a if you want to become a famous translator, most of the times you upgrading your reading and writing skills.
Mm-hmm.
In the other times when you want to be a translator, live translator, you need to work on your hearing, your audio, and your speaking. That's the most.
But you don't. You didn't have some ideas to teach someone.
Mm, in the basics, well, first of all, right now I don't. Right now I
Mhm.
don't. I used to know, but all the source materials already left my mind.
Really?
Yeah, so it's bad. It's bad, but still,
Yeah,
it's sad. It's sad most of the
maybe.
time.
Yeah, maybe I think so. Did you try to get some job from the Chinese company in Astana?
Yeah, I tried,
Mm-hmm.
and which is, yeah, and that surprised me because most of the companies said you need experience. I said okay, okay. I gained some experience. They say no. I was saying why, and they didn't tell me everything. Which is the most paradox thing is that they want a young people, but with an experience. And there is a paradox. How they can gain
Yeah,
experience if
yeah,
you want them young?
yeah.
You rather hire an old person but with a lot of experience, or a young person but with zero experience, and you need to raise them,
Mm-hmm,
and you
mm-hmm.
need to treat them carefully and goodfully, for if you want him to become a useful social unit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So sad, yeah.
Sad, but the truth is, it's it's a very strange position,
Mm-hmm.
and not with the Chinese companies. A lot of companies had those paradox systems.
Um, did you heard about the Sunny transport companies?
Sunny?
Yeah.
No,
It is
never.
that companies where a lot of new cars, and nowadays it's a, like a brand, auto
Ah,
brand,
it's brand.
Sunny.
Uh-huh.
And then my brother, little brother, he got the job, yeah, from that company.
Mhm.
Nowadays he works with the doesn't know Chinese and
Uh-huh.
even English.
Uh-huh.
He used
And
only
he still works
yeah.
there.
Huh?
And he's working there.
Yes, he
Oh.
working with Chinese people. I mean, this
Mm.
Chinese people, but they in the company they have a lot of our Kazakh people there who
Mm.
knows Chinese,
Mhm.
you know, and maybe you should try again if you want, of course, right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you are a little bit disappointed about the Chinese
Right now,
companies. Yeah,
right now, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed because the way they said to me, it was like very, very professional and unprofessional at the same time.
yeah.
And right now, I'm hearing the story, and I was like,
That is why. That is why.
Yeah,
Don't
life
don't
sucks.
worry. Yeah, you have a great perspective. Yeah, and you are so smart and the education, well education, and that is why. Yeah, try your best. Yeah, don't worry. Have you? Yeah, being in China. Did you travel around of the cities?
Yeah, I was in a couple of cities.
Mm.
Uh, Me and my friends, before all the Corona part, we went to Hainan. It's a famous travel territory, and we went in a specific city
Mhm.
called Sanya, where we used to both. We came there for both work and travel, work and travel
Mhm.
part. And after Corona starts, I decided to travel a little bit, not that much, but a little bit. And I traveled to Shenyang and Dalian,
Mm.
which were near my city, my
Mm.
ci-
Where
city
did you
where I
live?
reside. I lived in Anshan.
Anshan.
Anshan, yes,
Oh, okay.
not Ashan. Anshan.
Ah, Anshan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you
It's
ever been in Hong Kong?
No, it's Hong Kong is a difficult.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
no,
province
no.
like
It's not.
yes,
It's not.
it's
It's
not
not
China.
China. It's
Yeah,
not China.
but they are neighbors, and that is why it's
It's a
possible
neighbor.
to
It's a
visit.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Just like Taiwan
yeah,
and
okay.
Macau, but it's not. It's not China. Three of them is not China.
Yeah,
It's
but
a completely different. It's a completely different countries.
yeah, but you didn't visit.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. The truth is, while you visiting Hong Kong, there could be a probability that they can cancel your visa if you're coming back to China
Ah,
from Hong Kong.
really?
Yeah, they could do it, and you need to go back to your country, make another visa, and go back to China.
Oh, yeah. Have you been in other countries somewhere? Do you have some experience?
I was in I was in uh, I was in Dubai
Mm-hmm.
traveling,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I was in Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, it's how to say, it's an ordinary pack of countries that
Yeah, yeah.
every Kazakh person you need to visit for them.
Turkey,
Turkey and
Istanbul.
Dubai, Istanbul, if you never been there, you're not Kazakh. You're just
And
another.
not once, yeah, several
You're
times. Yeah.
yeah, you're an imposter, and if you're an imposter, you go somewhere else. You become you become something else, and then only then you visit the other countries. You coming back. You becoming a, a pure Kazakh for
Yeah.
that part,
Yes, it
and
sounds
only
like
after that.
it
Yeah,
sounds like you are rich. Yeah, yeah. You can allow yourself to visit other
yeah,
countries like that.
sort of that way. After the process is done, you can write in your passport, I'm Kazakh, really, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And do you have some plan to visit other countries?
Of
Maybe
course.
European.
Germany. In Europe, if we're talking about Europe, it's probably would be Germany first.
Mm-hmm.
Second would be Italy, and the third one is Spain. If not Europe, it probably Canada.
But not the USA. Yeah.
No, but maybe
Mm-hmm. Once you should visit USA.
once.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So everybody need to.
Yeah. I've
If
never. Yeah, I've never been in Japan and in
Japan,
Korea. Yeah,
sure. Japan, South
Korea.
Korea, yeah,
Yeah, it's nice countries, and
yeah.
I started to learn, learning Korean. It's so difficult, yeah. And for me, I started from the letters, yeah.
Did you ever like had an experience watching it in original with subtitles, English language
Yeah,
subtitles?
once only, but not often. For me, it's a little bit misunderstandable, and that is why I used to, yeah, watch with the translator.
Uh,
But I
because
started from the YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and it's a little bit hard for me. And even learning new language for, I think, yeah, it's a little bit complicated for me. Maybe, or it is a like a,
No, if you have a passion for this language,
yeah,
you'll learn it. Like eventually you'll learn it.
yeah, nice.
Otherwise, if you don't have any passion, then why are you wasting your time? Maybe you do some. Maybe you need to change it, or maybe you don't need that language at all.
Mm-hmm,
You need to
mm-hmm.
decide for yourself. If you have passion, do it. If you don't, stop it.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. But nowadays it's a very popular, yeah, to know the 3 or 5 languages. You know that not only 2 or 3.
It might be popular, but nobody is fit
Mm-hmm.
for that part because they don't. People like they don't even speak correctly in those languages they already know.
Yeah.
They always making mistakes,
Yes.
especially when it comes to a language that you don't used to know when you were a kid.
Yeah.
For example, in Chinese, I personally may I was making and still making a lot of mistakes while I'm speaking language, English language or Chinese language. And I realizing it and I try to make it better. I try
Mm,
to I try to make it not perfect but better because nobody's perfect and no one
yes,
is perfect
of
and nothing
course.
is perfect.
What about the Kazakh? You don't speak, yeah, in
I
Kazakh.
understand it.
Ah, really? Shame on you.
I understand it, but I don't speak it.
Really, because if you are from north part.
No, yeah, it's a north part. It did it a lot, mostly because of the north part a lot. Although there are some people who from my country that speaks good,
Okay, okay.
from my countryside that speaks good, but still for me it's like a kryptonite.
Oh, nice. Okay, what about your hobbies? Do you have some hobbies?
Uh, I do
Yeah,
actually.
what kind of?
Mostly it's reading, collecting, and
Collecting what? Books?
books. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of
Can you
reading.
call? Can you call 5 top your books?
I wouldn't say like top five, but I'd say like top three.
Top 3, okay.
War and Peace,
Oh,
uh, Graf Monte Cristo,
okay.
and 300 Lier Underwater. It's Jules Verne.
Oh, it's
Jules Verne.
French book,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
French. It's a French author. There
Mm,
is a there is a, it's very popular, although not a lot of people know about it.
mm,
A lot of modern people don't know about it because unfortunately one of those people, our generation is one of those people who forget how to
mm,
not as a fan as reading as we think we are.
mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Nice. And
That was three.
3. Okay, next your hobbies.
Uh,
Do you love sport?
of course, I'm watching football. A lot of
Ah,
football part. Uh, a lot of football. When I was a kid, me and my family, we used to watch an Italian Serie A
mm-hmm,
because of especially AC Milan,
mm-hmm,
because of the famous Andrei Shevchenko. He
mm-hmm,
used to be a famous
mm-hmm.
football player, not soccer,
Okay.
football player, and we used to pay a lot of attention for the AC Milan, and then of course it would be Spanish La Liga and English Premier League because right now it's one of the most interesting championships,
Mm,
and German Bundesliga.
mm-hmm.
Bundesliga is always good.
Nice.
Uh, and I used to watch box when I was a kid, especially because of Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson is still, I think, is one of the best, not one of the best, but the best boxer ever lived. If we're not talking about Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
excluding Muhammad Ali, and other hobbies, I guess it would be kenjutsu.
It's
It's a specific martial art
oh.
which helps that when a man when a human wield a sword, it's
Mm-hmm.
called kenjutsu.
Mm.
Ken, it's from Japanese, means sword.
Mm-hmm.
Kenshi is swordsman, and Kenjutsu it's sword martial art.
Mm, nice.
Yeah,
And how many years do you?
it's
Yeah.
not many years. It's, for example, like for a couple of months to start
Ah,
from now on.
when you studied in school?
A couple of months
Ah,
from right now.
right. And,
From now
did,
on.
did you like it?
Yeah, it's I'm a big fan with Japanese culture,
Uh-huh.
especially those samurai and Akira Kurosawa, Hayao Miyazaki, a lot of those famous Japanese persons who not only inherited the ways of how to introduce their own country, but they were also like uh, they made a lot of effort to make a Japanese culture way more better and way more recognizable in the world,
Mm-hmm.
especially Hayao Miyazaki.
Have
He's
you read Have you read the books Ikigais nowadays? It's a very,
nope.
a lot of people are interested to read this book because the consist of this book it's agitate to love that things what you do and then not pay attention more to do that things what you love besides earning some money and then you can get some kind of the inspiration to live and desire to do something.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But thanks, thanks for the peek.
Yeah. And I've read 1 or 2 years ago and
So was it?
Huh?
How was it?
Nice, but it's a small book,
Ah,
very
it's a small one.
small. Yeah, and that is why I think you should read it too, yeah, for yourself to find that way where you want to develop your
Evolve.
career.
It will help you evolve. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have a blitz questions, yeah, for you.
Okay.
You can choose the answer. Okay.
Is it like is it like there is a short question and I can answer shortly,
Yeah.
but I can also answer
No.
wildly.
You
Both
choose. You
wildly.
choose. I give you two options,
Uh-huh.
and you will choose one.
Okay.
It's like, for example, book or movie.
Ah, okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. So the first one is Book of a Movie? I'd say movie.
Mm-hmm. Appearance or soul.
Soul.
Beach or mountains.
Beach.
Beijing or Anyan. Anyan. What? Why?
Hong
The
Kong.
name. The
Hong
name
Kong.
of the okay.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah. Hong Kong.
I wanted just pronounce that city where you lived.
Mm.
It is Anshine.
Anshine.
Anshine. Okay, no. Beijing or Anshine?
Anshine.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. Happy marriage or a cool career?
Happy marriage.
Favorite job or high paying job? High paying job. Favorite or high paying job?
That's difficult.
Okay.
Okay, high paying job. No,
Okay, nice.
favorite job.
Favorite, really? Okay, you should read the Ikigai. Chinese or English?
Spanish.
Not fair. Yeah,
Uh,
choose two options.
okay. Chinese.
Okay, sporty style or classical style?
Classic.
To live 1 year in Europe countries or travel around the world during the 1 year?
Travel around the world.
iOS or Android?
Android.
TikTok or Instagram?
Neither. Neither of them.
Okay, choose the platform. Yeah.
Okay, Instagram.
Okay, water or cola? Kıllı.
Water.
Okay. Beş parmak or Vision duck.
Beş parmak.
Yeah, it's all of
That's
the
all?
question. Yeah.
Okay.
Окей. Сейчас, можно одну секунду мы сейчас завершим сразу? Мгм. It was all of my list. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a so good conversation with you. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I wish you, you know, the best career road. And I think that you are the one of the perspective guys, yeah, I ever met, and that is why, yeah, I wish you the good luck, the best, and try to surround yourself with the good people, and be positive all the time, and give 5.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to add some last your sentences, yeah, you can.
No.
No? Okay. Thank you guys being with us, watch this video, and like this video, subscribe, and leave your comment in the comment. Okay. Bye.